today I am going to start zinnias, which is part of the grow along that I am doing with these two beautiful ladies over here. I am going to link information to their own YouTube channel so you can kind of see how they're doing their own seeds. We are all growing in different locations. We all have different ways to start our own seeds, and I'm excited because we are really close to my frost day, which is April 25th. And zinnias are one of those plants that you can really start outside. You can direct sow them outside. You can start them indoors with plenty of time. Normally you want to start them 4 to 6 weeks. Some people start them a little bit longer than that to get huge plants. I am going to go about 2 weeks because I don't want these guys growing really big. Now I am going to be using regular potting mix in these 6-cell trays. They are going to be the perfect size. Once they start growing here, they're going to be the perfect size. You can see the seeds here if you have never seen zinnia seeds. These are it, and they are looking nice and healthy. And if you're wondering, this is the linen variety that we got from Johnny's. I normally have very good germination with Johnny seeds, but sometimes you get that one batch that just doesn't grow well. Last year I grew their ballerina zinnias, and they really didn't have the best germination. I placed them directly outside. I grew them at the community garden, and I really didn't have the greatest germination, but I'm hoping that maybe this batch is better. But if I have plenty of seeds, which I have 100 seeds here, I should have plenty to place 2 seeds in each of these cells. Well, that one is going to have 3. So I am just placing them right now on top just to keep track of which cells have which. And then I'll just bury the seeds, and I'll just give them a little bit of water. Zinnias are probably the simplest of the seeds that you can start. They're not fussy. If you have great quality seeds, they're really not fussy at all. I'm just gonna place a second seed. So when it comes to zinnias in my garden, I grow them both ways. I start them from seed. Normally I start a couple of varieties from seed, and then I also direct sow them. And if you are new to gardening, especially to starting seeds, if you hear the term direct sowing, it just means that I am going to place the seeds outside, either in the ground or in the container where I'm going to be growing them, instead of having to grow or trying to grow the plants indoors from seed. So I am just going to go a little bit crazy here, just making sure that I have good germination. I just want to make sure that my seeds are covered. I'm just making sure that they're not exposed. I also don't want to go too deep when I bury them. As long as they're covered, they should be okay. Now, if you're wondering, well, what's going to happen if every single seed here germinates? You're going to have 2, 3, or 4 plants in each cell, and with zinnias you can easily divide them. So what I will do is that if I have plenty of seeds here that germinate, I'm just going to, when it comes time to transplant them outside or even indoors, I am going to just divide them. I am not going to thin them at all. These seeds are just too precious for me. So this is it. This is how the zinnias will look like. I am going to spray them very gently with a little bit of water, making sure that they have the moisture. And I'm actually going to keep these guys outside. I may just bring a dome here to keep them nice and moist. And zinnias do love the warm weather. So if we get a night, even though we're not quite on the safe spot for taking things outside that love the warm, I am just going to keep them outside, and if it gets too cold during the night, I'll just bring them in. Now I want to show you the other seeds that we have been playing with during this challenge, during the grow along. These are the petunias that we started back on the 25th of February. Look at these monsters. I am going to have a hard time separating them. Look at these gorgeous, gorgeous plants. And they were started in a very small container. I first show you how I did that, just trying to get the seeds to germinate. And once they were big enough, they were moved into slightly bigger containers. I can't remember if they went straight here. I think that I moved them straight into this size. These are the 2.5-inch containers from Bootstrap Farmer. But my gosh, look at that. These are definitely going a little bit wild. And some of them, I'm gonna sacrifice this. Some of them already have a bloom here. So I know that by the time that I put them outside, they're going to be probably blooming, which I am not really mad about that. Petunias is one of those seeds that takes a little bit long to grow indoors. They're just a little bit on the slow side. But in my room, in my case, my room is really, really warm. So these plants just take off. They just grow really, really quickly. The first year that I grew petunias a few years ago, I started them really early, like in January. And by the time that they were ready to be planted outside, they were monsters. So with the years, I have been tweaking my time. I have been writing when I need to start this, guys. And I think that the end of February is definitely a good time for me. I could probably honestly go middle of March just to get smaller plants. But I mean, these guys are gorgeous. And these are the Easy Wave Plum Vein from Johnny's. And these are beautiful, beautiful plants. Now, one of the things that I am going to be doing for these petunias especially, because they're just too wild. And I mean, I don't mind it, but what I'm going to be doing, if these guys will let me, is that I am going to be taking advantage of, look at that, like look at that. What I'm going to be doing is that I am going to be taking advantage of how wide they're going, and I'm going to be trying to root them. So right here for this guy, I will just cut some of the ends like here to leave the plant a little bit on the shorter side. And these two pieces right here, what I will do is that I will strip some of the leaves carefully, something like this, and I will place this in potting soil, just regular potting soil, no rooting hormone required. These guys, this fuzziness on the stem are going to become roots. Now I will make sure that these guys will stay nice and moist, because that's going to help. Maybe providing a dome will be a good idea. But I do this with cosmos, I do this with marigolds. When it's time for me to pinch them, because it helps the main plant to get bushier, I just get those pinches, and I just get these guys in some potting mix, and this will be a whole new petunia plant, which is a win-win. I mean, who doesn't want fruit plants? So that is going to definitely take me some time, because I have to work through all of this. Look at that. These are gorgeous. Now these right here are the marigolds that we started back on the 19th of March. And again, we started the seeds in the smaller 5x5 containers. When I got those seeds to germinate and they were big enough, they had a first set of true leaves, then I moved them into these, this is an entire tray. This is a size 72 from Bootstrap as well. I just love their products. And I have been growing them here for the last 2 weeks, and I mean, they already have blooms. They already have blooms, and I can just let the blooms be, or I can actually just pinch the blooms. The plants don't get too big. They're probably just going to get a few more inches, and they're going to be gorgeous. Now, these are not the big plants that I grew last year. The ones that I grew last year were the cut varieties. They grow 3-4 feet tall. These are more like the ground cover marigolds, and I place these guys around my tomatoes, around my peppers, around my vegetables, because they help keep the bad guys away. Look at that. So it is getting quite sunny here in my front porch. I am in the process of hardening off all of my plants for the seedling sale, which will happen next week. So I am really excited, but I just wanted to take a moment and show you how the plants that we plant for the grow along are going. I'm going to leave the links below to the other videos that my friends have been making, growing the petunias, the marigolds, and the zinnias. So hopefully you can get some ideas if you're starting your own seeds at home. Thank you for being here, and I will see you on the next time.